Here's the thing that nobody warns you about before you move to Italy. Many people do the whole thing backwards. I'm Amby. I moved from California to Naples, Italy in 2022, and I make honest videos every week about life in southern Italy. I signed up for my first Italian class after I'd already moved here, and that one decision made my first few months so much more difficult and isolating than they needed to be. I moved to Naples for love. But in Naples, people don't really speak English like they do in Milan or Rome, so I had to learn the language or just stay in a corner by myself. 4 years later, io parlo abbastanza bene. I also know un po' di napoletano, but if I was to do this all over again, this is how I would learn Italian starting from scratch. Mistake number one, I waited until I was living in Napoli to sign up for my Italian class. And the issue with that is that I spent the first few months just kind of smiling and nodding through conversations, not really understanding it, because it's not like when you sign up for an Italian class, you just learn right away. So I did sign up for an Italian class when I got there, but while I'm starting to learn Italian, my Italian wasn't at that level where I could keep up with the conversations around me, and I just felt like a guest in my own life. Now, if I had taken an Italian class before I moved, that just would have made the transition so much easier. Mistake number two, the studying I did do before moving to Italy was for a tourist, not for somebody moving to Italy. Yes, I had a little app and I had a library book. I could order coffee, I could ask where the bathroom was. I could even flirt in like a really old-fashioned way.
È libera questa sedia.
But I could not function as somebody trying to live in a foreign country. So here's what I do step by step before you even book your flight. And step one is a thing that would have changed my entire first year. Step one, before you get on that plane, start having real conversations in Italian. And for this, I would use italki because it is going to make your move so much easier. I want to be upfront, italki is the company who's sponsoring this video, but I'm only speaking about it because it's the platform that I genuinely wish I knew about and used before moving to Italy. It's an online learning platform that gives you personalized one-on-one lessons with native speakers. The biggest thing that italki gave me that a language book could never was real conversations, because you improve with back and forth practice and not just arbitrary flashcards. And when you say something wrong, which you will a lot, you get real-time feedback from somebody trying to tell you how to do it properly, how to improve, as opposed to an app just saying, try again. Italki offers over 150 languages and over 30,000 teachers worldwide. And it's flexible. There's no subscription tapping you in, you pay per lesson, so you can learn as intensely or as slowly as you'd like. Here's what it actually looks like. You go to italki.com, you can set your language, currency, and you can filter your teachers by price, availability, etc. I actually booked a lesson so you can see it and not just hear me talk about it.
Lo yoga,
Mm.
per esempio.
Sì.
Non ci sono parole italiane?
È lo yoga, non è la yoga.
No, lo yoga.
Ah, ok.
Sì, è maschile.
Sì.
So if you want to learn Italian the way I wish I started, click the link below in the description. Right now, if you spend $10, you get $5 off of your first lesson, and you can use my code AMBY. This offer is only available to the first 50 people who use it, so definitely be sure to click that link in the description. All right, back to the roadmap because live lessons are just step one. Step two, once you land, take an intensive course in person. I signed up for this the first month I landed. I was taking Italian class every day, Monday through Friday, for 3 hours a day. And not only did it teach me the language, it also gave me structure to my day. It gave me something to do so I wasn't just alone in the apartment. It gave me socialization. Those were my first friends. And it also gave me support with a sense of a community of people who are struggling with the same grammar I was struggling with. An in-person class in Italy is just gonna skyrocket your Italian, and you're also going to then be able to practice that when you go about your daily life at the market, while you're getting cafe. Step 3, after that first month of intensive lessons, I moved on to private lessons twice a week because one, I wanted a life outside of Italian school, but two, I was also ready to kind of start practicing on my own. So that means watching TV in Italian, reading in Italian. I know it's not like relaxing, but it is helpful. And I was also practicing with my in-laws, with my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. Twice a week private lessons kept me accountable on learning Italian while I also built a life outside of Italian school. And step 4 is where I am right now, and that is studying for my B1 language exam so I can get my Italian citizenship. This is a different kind of studying than any kind of studying before it because it's not about getting by and conversing now. It is about proving a formal level of Italian on paper. It's humbling, honestly, going back to studying after years of just living the language. But like life, learning Italian is not linear. There are stages, ebbs and flows. You don't just learn a language once and then you're done. Every stage has a different approach. Allora, insomma, if I was to start learning Italian over from scratch, this is what I would do. 1, live lessons before you move to Italy. 2, intensive lessons once you've moved. 3, private lessons to maintain a level of growth. And then 4, whenever you're ready, the formal stuff like a citizenship language B1 exam. But that's gonna come after the living part. I'm Amby, and if you're an American in that researching your move to Italy phase right now, that's exactly who this channel is for. You can also connect with me on Instagram or TikTok at AmbyMathur, where I just show tidbits of my life in Naples. Or you can connect with me on my blog, travelwithamby.com, or listen to this show on the go on Spotify at Amby in Naples. So subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.